Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Jacob here for the JTwoH channel, filming part 2 of this awesome haul for you guys. Part 1 is down there, literally right there. I just stopped recording it. So yeah, let's get right into part 2. So no opening spiel about the channel or the soft reboot or anything. Like I said, just pay attention. I know I have a third haul coming, but it is not movie related. That will be the comic book haul, which will take place in the other room, in front of the other awesome background. Check that out too. So let's get into this one. Like I said, I think 18 to 20. It's 18, 20-ish. Can I say 20-ish titles here? Um, from all over the place. No rhyme or reason, sort of. There's rhymes or reasons to the sets, but not. I mean, as a whole, this is a really weird set. So let's get right into it. So the first two items are downgrades. Oh, they downgrades. So yeah, I'm gonna call them downgrades. But let me explain. So I had a 10-pack of films. My favorite, some of my favorite films. The Halloween set. I had that beautiful Halloween set, that 10-film box set, and I decided to get rid of it. Now, I decided to get rid of it because I may or may not, or may have upgraded 5 of those movies to 4K thanks to Scream Factory. So, in doing so, I was able to cover the costs of all the 4Ks because I sold the box set, but that left me with 5 movies that weren't yet upgraded to 4K or a different format or a different box set. So I had to grab those because I can't not have any of them. Now I have the 2018 version in 4K standalone, and I have the original 4K from Universal, I think, the original 4K of the original movie. So I wanted to get these because I wanted to, like I said, I want to be able to watch. If I want to this Halloween season, I don't ever want to not be able to watch all 11 Halloween movies. So that being said, I went ahead and grabbed. Oh, and I have the 666 edition of the sixth film, The Curse of Michael Myers. So we have the trilogy there of Halloween H2O, Halloween The Curse of Michael Myers, and Halloween Resurrection. So don't know why this one's not on top. This one takes place first, and then this one, but it doesn't matter. And this is the new blue Paramount Miramax release. So it was cool because it had a digital. So I didn't have any of these digitally. So that was a bonus. But like I said, now I have the first 5 coming. I think it's the first week of October, second week of October. It's the 5th, first week. And now I can 6, 7, 8. I can check those out in this nice trilogy there. I just picked it up brand new from Amazon. I didn't want to dink with it. I didn't want to buy it secondhand because I wanted them digitally too. As much as I am a physical collector, I'm still a digital collector. So if I can get them with the code, of course I'm gonna. And I don't. If I don't already own the code, I don't sell the code. I gotta get rid of it. If I don't own the code, no matter what movie it is, I own it. Like, I want to be able to have this huge digital library. But in a case like this, I want the physical and the digital. So, and then you can guess probably the next two. This one is it's a double feature. I don't know if this is a Canadian release. I had a hard time finding it on Blu-ray.com, but it is the Blu-ray double feature of Halloween and Halloween Part 2, or Halloween and Halloween 2, which are the Rob Zombie films. So I don't believe they're both the theatrical versions. Nothing crazy or unrated, but with these, I mean, I'm very unlikely to watch all the way through these anyway, especially now that the 11th movie takes place in a different universe as these. It takes place in the same universe as these, sort of. No, it doesn't. It takes place right after the first one, I guess. But so I don't really need the unrated versions, and I think if I wanted them, they're available digitally. So, I didn't want to go crazy. I know Halloween 2, there's an edition of, I think it's a 3-disc set that's crazy hard to find, but I wanted these in limited cases, limited shelf room, because I had 10 movies, that's all they took up, that much space. So now I have these 2, and I'm going to have 5 more sets with the 4K. So I want to save as much shelf room as I could, and also wanted to make sure I grabbed them. So that's those. Now the next one I used to own, and I think it's within reach. Yes. So I still own this. I'm attempting to sell it on eBay and Mercari. So if it's still available as of this video going up, check it out on my eBay and my Mercari. But I owned this 5-film collection of The Conjuring. So it has Annabelle, Annabelle 2, The Conjuring 2, and The Nun. And I decided, this is nice, and it's super compact, and this lenticular is amazeballs. But I didn't want this anymore. I wanted these available in the best format. And the reason was, until The Conjuring 3 came out on physical media, the only film in the Conjuring universe available on 4K was The Nun, which is not everyone's favorite Conjuring movie. So I figured, for the price, for the shelf space, boy, that's hard for me to say tonight, ability, why not get this? You know, I don't have The Nun on 4K. I'm not missing out on much. But when they announced that Volume 3 was coming, or Part 3 was coming on 4K, I figured, okay, now there's 2 of them on 4K. Let's try to buy them on the best format. So I have The Nun coming in 4K, and then well, you'll see about these two. So yeah, that's it's again, this one's not a downgrade. This one's an upgrade, as I've downgraded recently. I owned The Nun originally on 4K, and I sold it to get that set, and now I'm selling that set so I can grab The Conjuring 2-part films, 2-film collection, Part 1 and Part 2. Really simplistic design. I wish and hope these eventually get 4K releases, because these are awesome films. I really enjoy these. And then you can guess this one, although I wish this was the 3-set. The 3-film set, my gosh, is it's pricier than you'd think. So we have Annabelle 2-film collection. So this is Annabelle and Annabelle Creation. The 3-film set looks exactly the same, except that's a 3, and it's like $15 more. And I already own. Where's that at? I already own it somewhere in there. Yeah, I already own the 3rd Annabelle movie on itself, by itself, so I didn't need the 3-pack. But if it ever comes down in price, I will grab it again, just to save some shelf room. Next two are Dollar Tree. So the Dollar Tree, every other day, it feels like, gets Blu-rays or DVDs in. So I got this one because for $1, it looks insane. I have to check it out. As a connoisseur of shit films at some points, and mostly just a connoisseur of wrestlers in movies, I had to check out Avengers of Justice Farce Wars. So right there, Hulk is played by Shawn Michaels. Look how insanely horrible that looks. Oh my gosh. So yeah, for $1, I mean, obviously I wouldn't have paid anything other than that for it. Well, less than $1, but I mean, I saw this and it stuck out like a sore thumb. I remember when this came to Walmart, and I was like, is that Shawn Michaels? How did I never heard about this? As big as a wrestling fan as I am, I never knew he was going to be in this. And then I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, nope, I'm gonna just take his word for it. So now that it was $1, I guess I dove in. So it's still sealed. Maybe one of these days. Hopefully, otherwise I just wasted $1. Next title is, it's something I see all the time, and I've always wondered, and just had that wonderment, like, what's it going to look like? How much of it's on there? Is it just so many questions, because this in and of itself is a weird release, this whole genre of releases. So I bought, for $1, I figured I could check it out. Even if I hate it, I could always give this to my dad. It is the 82nd annual Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. So essentially it is a bowl game, archive game. It's the official complete game broadcast. So I'm an Ohio State fan. I don't know if that's ever been said on the channel. So I'm a big Ohio State Buckeye fan. So we have the Cotton Bowl from, I believe, does it say a year? 17. This took place in AT&T Stadium. So 2017. Tells you the score on the back if you can't remember who won. So about 2 hours. College football playoff. So this must have been the year. No, it's not the year we won. So I say a lot of questions because I want to know, like, is it you just hit play and it like starts with kickoff? Is there like a pregame? I mean, is the quality good? Is this stuff rewatchable? As big as a fan as I am, I'm not a huge fan of college football. So like as far as fandom goes, like compared to like movies, TV shows, definitely professional wrestling, like pales in comparison. I'm definitely a fan of those more. But like piqued my curiosity. So for $1, I mean, does anyone collect these? I mean, I know they usually do them for huge games like championship games. I know there was a ton of World Series stuff out recently, but those are usually shout. This one is just I don't know, man. For $1, I'm super intrigued. So otherwise, why would you pay for $1 for something that you're never gonna watch potentially? So, um, next up is my first review title for this film or for this video. I know the last one, and there's two in a row. I know the last one I had so many of them, so I'm gonna try to talk as little of these as possible. A Quiet Place Part Two, again, or not again. There will be a little icon here in the corner for the full review where you can get all my thoughts. But loved this movie. Got to see this in theaters over the summer, like 3 weeks before I got this physically, and then yeah, physical media. I got it physically on 4K, so now I need the first one potentially with the slip on physical media. Next up, a review title I was completely wrong about when I watched this originally. I thought this was going to be a horror film. It was not. Those Who Wish Me Dead is more of a like action thriller drama. So Those Who Wish Me Dead, again, a little icon, hopefully review video. Check that out for my in-depth thoughts. Yeah, and Angelina Jolie, John Barenthal, the guy who played Beast in the rebooted X-Men. Another film here for the kiddo. He's become obsessed with specifically this one. So there's 3 of these movies, and he was obsessed with the second one, the middle one, which is kind of tinkered with the CGI, though not as much as the third one. We have SpongeBob, the Sponge Out of Water. So Blu-ray, DVD, and digital there. It's weird with my with my son. He has his own DVD rack in his room where we put all his like Baby Einstein stuff, Sesame Street stuff, and on that he has the first 2 movies on DVD. He has like a 2-pack we got in a dump bin, and I'll get to this again later in the video. But I want a copy also in highest quality in case I have to watch it with him, because I like to see it in the highest quality. But also, like, this is gonna last longer. When he gets his hand on that SpongeBob disc in like a year, 6 months from now, when he can lift that out himself, it's just gonna get destroyed. So I need a copy just in case. And also, like I said, I enjoy the SpongeBob movies, so I need to grab the first one, and I have the third one coming. This next one, my wife, her family suffered a loss this year in April, and they are in the process of selling the house, and we were looking through some of the stuff, and I came across a box of movies, and of course everyone there knows like that's my thing, so they let me go through it, and whatever you wanted or you wanted all of it, take it. We're just trying to get rid of it so we can sell the house. And I remember I've never watched this. I can't remember why I haven't watched this. The cast is crazy. I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm hoping I like it. I just snagged the DVD copy because it didn't cost me anything. I get something from the house, and hopefully it's good. It was good enough that they kept it physically, so catch me if you can on DVD. Like I said, the Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio. How can I not like this? I mean, those two. So and I've seen the trailer for this. I remember that I think it was on HBO Max at one point. I remember watching the trailer because we couldn't figure out what we wanted to watch that night. We decided not to go with this film, so now we have to watch it at some point because we own it. So that one was sandwiched between two movies I bought for my collection because the kid's obsessed with them. He is also currently in the Cars phase. So right here, we got Cars 3 on 4K. And even though I'm a part of the Disney Movie Club, I didn't buy this from there. Amazon had this for like $12 one day on 4K. Obviously brand new, no slipcover. I don't care. But again, wanted Cars 3 in the best format possible. And I noticed with, I think I ordered 1 and 2, and I noticed in doing so that I have 90% of the Pixar movies. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and buy all of the Pixar movies. I mean, it stinks because I'll own movies like The Good Dinosaur and Up, and like Soul, but I mean, they're all like, hey, pop this on, even though I have Disney Plus too. So, and I say that, and then we've been really fortunate with our physical media lately. We've lost power at one point we lost it for a couple hours, but my work lost it for 3 days. So I was at home with power but no internet, and luckily we have all these on physical media. So it just reiterates the fact that like I need Cars 1 and 2 now because I have Cars 3. So and he has 1 and 2. Not to say that we went without. He he has 1 and 2 thanks to Disney movie Insiders. I went ahead and grabbed him a copy of those again to have his room because they cost me nothing. It was through the Insiders, and like I said, in that scenario where like we have power but no internet, we can pop on a Cars movie. He can be happy and occupied, and we can find flashlights or let the dog out or empty the fridge or whatever we had to do because it was crazy. Um, Next review title. This one, um, I, not the preferred format. I would have preferred this on a Blu-ray, especially because then I could have kept the digital code. But either way, I was glad to grab this, and I love these movies. My wife really loves the movies. She's currently reading the books. We have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone with the magical movie mode. Yep, magical movie mode. So 2-disc set. Again, there's a review for this one. Put it right there to hear all the in-depth and what magical movie mode is, etc. Next 2 are from my podcast co-host. So if you listen to the podcast, you're going to know what these are about and what the backstory was, so bear with me. But essentially, we were talking about the 4th movie, I guess in canon the 3rd movie, but the 4th movie in this franchise. And I said, I'm excited because of X, but I'm not as excited as you are because I haven't seen the first 2. I own the 3rd one, but I haven't seen the first 2. Like, I've never seen these. And he went on to tell a story, which we'll get to after I tell you which movies these are. But he went ahead and sent me 2 copies. He had extra copies of these, and he sent me them to check out. So I have Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. So I had never watched either of these. I think I've seen 2 in pieces, but I haven't sat down and watched part 1 or part 2 of Ghostbusters ever. I own the 3rd one because of Voodoo, but I've never checked these out. So we were talking about Afterlife, which comes out in November. He's like, oh, I'm so excited. I love the first one. The second one, I've said I've never watched them. So he went on to tell a story about buying these for a giveaway when the 3rd movie came out, buying both of these physically for a giveaway when the 3rd movie came out, and then something happened with the contest or the contest winner, and he never got rid of them. So we owned them. And when he heard me say like I hadn't watched those, he just up and sent them to me. So gotta love Crazy Joe, man. So I'm looking forward to watching these, potentially watching the 3rd one before we watch the Afterlife with Paul Rudd. That's why I was excited. When he asked, "Are you excited?" I said, "Yeah, I'm excited because it's got Paul Rudd in it." So, but I can't be excited it's a Ghostbusters movie because I haven't seen any of them. The next item is not a title. It's the only non movie title. So it's a book. It is I don't know if it's considered an autobiography, and it's a pro wrestling book. So you can tell by the shirt, and if you follow the channel at all, like clearly a fan. I debated getting this back and forth quite a bit. I was mostly intrigued on what it would look like, and if it was readable as far as like to sit down and just read through, because it's not an autobiography. It's like I'll just show you. It is the complete list of Jericho there. So it is essentially what it is. It's every single match Chris Jericho had, and I'll show you. And he just he went ahead and wrote them down. So it shows you. I'm backwards here, so bear with me. But it shows you. Dean Malenko. W means win. So let's see. Dean Malenko, in this 802nd match, he beat Dean Malenko February 19th with the Lion Tamer in Birmingham, Alabama, in front of 6,000 people. He rated the match 3.5 stars and got a $730 payoff. So to Joe Schmo average, like the people watching this who have no idea what wrestling is or care, it's going to be super boring, right? But for like people like myself, hey, this is so cool. Like you can flip to like October 2001. This is when I started becoming a wrestling fan. And he's like, hey, I beat Lance Storm with the Walls of Jericho in my 1,355th match. That's wild. Who else does that? And that's just like half the book. You get all the way up to, I believe, right at the end of 2020, maybe, with AEW, or 2019. Let's see if I can tell. You got a bunch of stuff. Orange Cassidy, October 7th of 2020. Yeah, right through the end of 2020. So I believe I have his first 4 books. or this is his fourth book. I have his autobiography, so I figured, what the heck, I'm going to snag it. The problem is it's not available through Amazon. You have to buy it through specifically a separate website, because I guess there was publishing issues, like Amazon or Barnes & Noble didn't want the movie. Because I guess there was publishing issues. I don't know if any, like, Amazon's or Barnes & Noble wanted to carry this, because it's kind of just it's a list. It's a big list. It's like a big Excel spreadsheet. So I'm all for it. I grabbed it. Long story long. Foreshadowed originally in like the first two pickups, we have The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Link there to the review. This is the newest Warner Brothers. I think, no, it's not. The next couple are review titles, so bear with me. But this is the newest movie in the Conjuring universe. So this came out in, is this July? This might have been July. So this one is probably the most recent review that's up on this channel. The other two I've just got the last 2 days, but we'll talk about that. So yeah, the first one released directly on 4K. So there's this one and The Nun. Probably my least favorite. No, my least favorite of the Conjuring movies. The first three, or the Conjuring 3 of the whole franchise. It's not the bottom. I'd say the bottom is still La Llorona in the Conjuring universe, but I still really enjoyed it. I'm so glad they released it on 4K, and I'm so glad Warner Brothers graciously sent it to me. So again, link in the description. The next two I just got, like literally just got one Monday, just got one Tuesday. Haven't recorded my own video. I haven't done any. I haven't even put these on Instagram yet. I just got these are brand new, but you know, it'll give me something to do, you know, while I'm waiting for the wife. So first up, this comes out after the next title, but I got it first, so that's the way I put them in. A pretty cool, and I mentioned this in the previous video, pretty cool crossover here. It is the DVD, but it's awesome. 2021's Straight Out of Nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. The cats are driving me nuts right now. Straight Out of Nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. This is brand new. Like, I just got this yesterday. Like I said, this is brought to you by Warner Brothers. What an ambitious crossover. Not one I knew I needed, but as soon as I saw the trailer for this, I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I gotta grab this. Again, even if it wasn't directly from the studio, I would still buy this. Like, Courage has been off the air for years. Scooby-Doo still makes these random one-off videos, or movies, though, so I'm hoping this does really well. Maybe we'll get more Scooby-Doo crossovers, or maybe more Courage. So, but again, I haven't watched it yet, so take this with a grain of salt. Maybe by the time you're watching this, I will have a video uploaded. Maybe I'll put a link there if I have it uploaded. If not, stay tuned. And the last one, the last title, the newest thing I got in the mail. This comes out before Scooby-Doo, though, so this will definitely be up by the time you see this. But one of the coolest things I've ever gotten from Warner Brothers, which is saying a lot, seeing how they've sent me the Game of Thrones set and Wonder Woman. They've sent me the Conjuring, some very cool Godzilla vs. Kong, like stuff I would grab day one, period. You know, like just day one stuff. But the fact that, A, this is a thing, just the fact that this is a thing and you can watch it is crazy. And the fact that it's on physical media, and the fact that I was able to grab it for review is just, it's humbling, and it's awesome, and I love this. I love that this is a thing, and I can share it, and I can see it on physical media, and I can stream it in excellent 4K as opposed to 4K, which is reliant on your internet and blah, blah, blah. I haven't reviewed this yet, so I'll talk about it more in my review, but I just can't help but talk about it. It is Zack Snyder's Justice League on 4K. Look at that. Beautiful. The only thing that would have made it better is if it had the digital code, but I understand because it technically is an HBO Max exclusive. So we have, trying to do it justice here with this. Ha! Justice. I wouldn't even planned. So Zack Snyder's Justice League there on physical 4K. Just fantastic. I'm so excited about this. Like I said, this didn't, you know, before HBO Max, this didn't exist. There was no Zack Snyder's Justice League. There was no cut. And then, you know, rumblings were heard. They announced it. It's going to be on HBO Max. It's going to be, this thing is freaking 242 minutes. It's 4 hours. It's 2 4K discs and 2 Blu-ray discs. That's how long this is. And not only did they put it on physical media, or on streaming, and they let it be a thing, then they released it on physical media so I can own it. I can put it with my other Justice League stuff where it belongs, and I can watch this over and over, and I can lend this to people who don't have HBO Max. I'm so grateful this is a thing, and I love this. And I prefer, personally, if I had to vote, I prefer this version to the Justice League. But I'm not going to judge anyone on their picks. I just love that people supported this and people made this a thing, and it's awesome. It's awesome. To see this come to light is fantastic, because that was one of the hashtag release the Snyder Cut. Maybe not to the extent of some of those wackos or some of those crazy monkeys or those diehards, but it was something I wanted. I wanted it to exist, and it does. And like I said, it's just awesome. So there you go. That is all of the titles. I'll go ahead and show you this elevator. It won't be as crazy as the last one, but it'll still be a ton of stuff here. They're all different sizes, of course. So let's go ahead and get this bread. I'll show you this recap / elevator. So we have Zack Snyder's Justice League, Straight Out of Nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog, The Conjuring 3, The List of Jericho, as I say, the complete list of Jericho, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Harry Potter 1, The Sorcerer's Stone, Magical Movie Mode Edition, Cars 3 on 4K, Catch Me If You Can on DVD, SpongeBob, The Sponge Out of Water, Blu-ray, Those Who Wish Me Dead, A Quiet Place Part 2, 4K, an Ohio State football game on DVD, Avengers of Justice, oh god, hopefully Shawn Michaels is watchable in it, Annabelle 2-film collection, The Conjuring 2-film collection, Halloween 2 and Halloween double feature, and then Halloween 6, 7, 8 on Blu-ray there. So what a weird and random awesome haul there. Not as impressive vertically as the other, but just as impressive collection-wise. So yeah, awesome. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully if you watched parts 1 and 2, let me know in the comments if you watched both parts. If you're an OG and a supporter of the channel, you watched both, thank you so much. Be sure to check out all of my links, all of the review videos. Again, links in the description. You got the podcast that goes Mr. Crazy Joe, the guy who sent me Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Releasing videos every Friday, or not videos, podcasts every Friday on there. Also, you got links to my Twitter and my Instagram. You keep up with all my, not only what I get for review, what I'm reading, what I'm watching. I typically, even if it's a streaming item, I tend to put those on Instagram now. Like, I'm watching this, Vacation Friends. I just watched Vacation Friends. Also, be sure to check out my TV time and my Letterboxd. So the TV time is where I log all the TV shows I watched. Letterboxd is where I log, rate, and review all of the movies I watched. So stuff I didn't go into, like specific details and star ratings of all the movies. And also in the links will be my eBay, where I've noticed, that Conjuring set is listed if it hasn't been purchased by now. And Blu-ray.com, where I catalog everything, where I log stuff in and out, what I have for sale, what's coming in the mail, what's on my wish list. All that stuff is all on Blu-ray. So thank you guys so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And yeah, awesome haul, awesome 2-part haul. Thanks for watching. Hey, have you liked yet? Have you subscribed yet? Go ahead and smash that notification bell. And also check out this additional video that you may or may not enjoy. This additional playlist that you'll probably enjoy. It contains this video. And also, go ahead and show that subscribe button some love. I would highly appreciate it.